desire to be a lifesaver, and we're touched by all the great need. So I think we're just fulfilling a desire that's already in there. And when I saw the need with this, it touched me and it pulled me to the point where I just wanted to get involved.
What have you been able to help with so far?
Raising finances, helping. I did go on a couple of the trips, but just in any way, helping out with some local food projects, helping out with
right here in Rockford.
Some local things.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's talk about some of the wonderful things that the finances are able to back. What is Child Initiative providing for some of these kids in Uganda?
Child Initiative, to this point in our operations in Uganda, we're very happy to say we've leased a house. We have children that are actually boarded in this house.
How many?
We have 16 that we've been able to take off the street, and there are 16 children and a caretaker living there.
And these were children without parents? Or
these are children without parents that were living on the street who now have shelter. We have purchased beds for them, mattresses for them, and for a second orphanage that we're helping to support that has border children there, which their borders number in the hundreds. We have sent clothes, school supplies, school curriculum, and in April of 2006, we began an endeavor with Church on the Rock Global and Feed My Starving Children from Minneapolis. We joined up, and then we joined again with an Antioch Christian Center in Michigan. And between us, we were able to ship 12 tons of food.
Wow. How much does that mean? How many kids are fed with 12 tons of food?
Well, all total between Rock of Joy, which is the orphanage that we've begun in the school, and Promise Uganda, which is the other orphanage that we're helping to support, that's approximately 500 children that are eating this food.
And for how long then?
We hope that the food will sustain them for approximately 5 months, because ultimately our goal is not to just feed them, not to put a Band-Aid on the situation, but to get some land out there and to begin to grow crops and get some chickens and things of that type to kind of make them self-perpetuating.
Okay, all right. And what is this bag of food you have
here? This that I brought in with me today is an example of the food that we got from Feed My Starving Children. It is a combination rice, soy powder for protein. It has chicken bouillon in there to give it some flavor, and some dried vegetables in there. And what you would do is you would take this packet and boil it in water. It expands out. And this packet is enough to feed 6 children.
Okay, and for how long?
That's 1 meal a day. But the great thing about this food is it's been scientifically formulated so that 1 serving of this per day has been proven to not just stop starvation, but to reverse the effects of starvation, and the kids will actually begin to thrive on it.
Absolutely. So to us, this might look like this would be 1 meal here, but you're 6 meals within a small package.
6 meals, yes.
That's wonderful because it expands that much. Wow, terrific. You mentioned sending school supplies. Now, if these kids don't have the money to get in school, will there be some other teachers to utilize the material?
They have teachers that will be there to utilize the materials, and the reason that we wanted to send the school curriculum is because they have a hard time getting that. I mean, they have a hard time getting copier paper and things of this type. So by sending the items to them, they don't have to purchase those items. So what this does, and what our plan for future years is that by providing school books, curriculum, and things of this type, they don't have to worry about school fees. If you've got a child that can't afford to go to school, regardless of whether the child has 1 parent or both parents or no parents, that child will be able to go to school to begin to educate these kids, to give them an opportunity to have a fulfilling life as an adult.
Wonderful. What are these pole barn churches you talk about?
A pole barn church is essentially, they take a group of poles and they would make a square on a piece of land and raise the poles up.
Okay.
Then they put some poles down the center. It's almost like raising a circus tent. They put some poles down the center, and they just take wooden slats. Now, these wooden slats are not like what we would see if we went to a hardware store or to a lumberyard or something. They're just rough, flat wooden slats, and they put them around the outside to make walls, and then they put a tin roof on it. And you can pretty much see through the walls in some areas, but they make a very, very nice starter church, and in some cases they grow their churches from there.
Okay. Now, are you helping provide material or money for these churches then?
No, we do not do that.
Okay.
We do not do that. Where we're going to step in is until CII, Child Initiative International, has the funding to go in and get some land and begin to put up schools and orphanage buildings, is during the day, during the week, they're not using those pole barn churches. We can turn those into classrooms.
Okay. But it's great that they have these churches out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's wonderful. It provides a ready base to begin to do these kind of things.
Okay. Well, obviously, you need more support in order to do more of these things. How can people help financially?
Well, there's a lot of different ways that people can help. Cash, checks, money is the most important thing, and it's a little challenging sometimes in the financial area. Nobody likes to go to somebody else to ask if you can have finances, but we know that any worthy cause that's done with integrity or honor, there's a great need there. And I think, again, within people, it fulfills a need that it's already there. Mm-hmm. And as we give from our heart, as we give to help, we know that we may be saving a life, not saving a life just from death, but saving a life maybe from terror, saving a life maybe from a lack of education. There's so many things, from a lack of clothing. Mm-hmm. So it's very important that we fulfill that need, and doing that together. One person might be overwhelmed trying to do it themselves, but to know that together we can hook up with an organization like CII, mm-hmm. And we can make a difference. So.
And you have been.
Thank you.
Now, have you also helped people understand that if they can't help financially, maybe they can donate some of these clothing items or food items?
Yeah, exactly. The clothing needs to be new, mm-hmm. or like new, of course, to come in there. And remembrance that even with the clothing, it takes some funds to send it over there. But yes, there's a need in every area, so we're open to receive whatever.
Okay. One last question. We got to go to break. What is the band you put together that's raising money?
10-Pound Test. 10-Pound Test is our band that we will put out there, and we will play for love offerings. We'll play for free. We'll set up on a roof somewhere and play if that's what it takes. But what the band is designed to do is to get out there and to raise awareness of what Child Initiative International is doing, and essentially of the African orphan situation as it exists right now. With kids who do and do not have HIV. So the band is a group of others, and they get together. They work hard, and they go out and they play their music, and everything they play is originals.
Very cool. And you're in the band as well?
I'm the drummer.
Gotta check it out. Wonderful idea. Well, we need to take another break. Stick around for more information. Joining Phil and me now is Jim Pasta, who's on the board of directors for Child Initiative International. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. What are your future goals for Child Initiative?
Well, we want to grow the organization and be able to reach out not only to more children in Uganda, but we're looking to move to other countries around the world. There's great need out there. Mm-hmm.